Hi, my name is Nicole, licensed clinician, and I'm here talking about everyday things that impact our mental health and fitness. And we're in a series of topics of fulfillment. So let's talk about fulfillment in life in general, right? So we talked about careers, we talked about different types of relationships, and then there's like life. Life outside of career, life outside of relationship, the things that you do for yourself or for your family. Um, So it kind of goes back to actually, I really think that that exercise that I gave you in the career video is really great to just do, even if you're not looking for another career. This way, you have like just like a written list of just your strengths, your skills, your hobbies, your interests, your passions. You can go back and refer to that so many times for so many different things, especially now. So, looking for fulfillment in life in general, like what are some things that you put down as hobbies? Um, and think about like why you put them down, right? What is it about those things that makes you feel um, fulfilled? What have you been able to do on a regular basis? What have you not done in a long time, but still makes it to that list just because that's part of your your soul, you know? I'll be honest with you, I haven't swam in consistently in ages just because of scheduling and life and whatever. Um, but that would still make it down to that list of like activities or hobbies or passions that like I love to do. And there's reasons that I love to do that. Um, and so a lot of times when I'm not swimming, I don't realize how what word am I looking for? Maybe like almost like lost I am in a way, like not completely adrift, right? But when I am swimming, I feel much more grounded, much more fulfilled, complete. I feel like I'm driving towards a goal. Like every time I step into the pool, and I can push myself a little bit more and push myself a little bit more, and like I break a new personal record, or you know swim a little bit faster than last time, or get a little bit less gassed or whatever. That for me is a fulfilling experience. And so thinking about that for you, what what types of things do you enjoy doing, and like where do they fit in your life now, or do they fit in your life now? Can they be adapted to fit into your life now? um, do you need other people to help you fit them into your life? So, if swimming is your thing, does that warrant a conversation with your spouse or partner and saying, like, hey, you know what, like on these days, because like this is your schedule, this is my schedule, on these days, maybe I'll go to the pool for X period of time. And then the trade off would be that, like, hey, on those other days, like, you're welcome to go to the pool, go to the gym, go and, pursue whatever hobby you want to do. And this way, there's a little bit of that give and take in both areas. And that kind of goes back to the romantic relationship fulfillment as well. Um, and because it's all kind of intertwined where we don't live in silos. And so if we kind of start being fulfilled in one area, it kind of tends to snowball into other areas as well, particularly when it involves other people and having those open levels of communication, being able to uh, express our needs and get our needs met, or accept that, like, hey, you know what, like my need in this area is just not going to get met. So we can also look at the fulfillment of in life in like those hobbies and extracurricular activities and other things that we want to be doing. Like, what are some negotiables and non-negotiables? Again, going back to that idea of like this, like, not everything's going to be able to be done at the same time, right? And then even going back even further in my videos to goals and how to start implementing those goals and what's realistic, right? We have to think about the realisticness of what we're doing. If you feel extremely fulfilled, I'm going to use traveling again as an example. If you feel extremely fulfilled as a spontaneous traveler, you want to be like a travel influencer, whatever. But you have kids and your spouse has like a demanding job and like they can't just get up and go. Um, then maybe that aspect of it is a little bit more flexible, or has to be a little bit more flexible for you. So maybe you do like local things or things that you can take the family for like a weekend getaway. So adapting to what your current situation is, I think, is really important when it comes to also like being fulfilled in life. I mean, in anything really, right? Adaptation is going to be the thing that increases resilience, that psychological flexibility increases resilience, and adaptation is part of that. And this way, we're not always in this state of like feeling disgruntled and down and depressed and annoyed and aggravated that like we're not fulfilled in all of these areas of our life, but then also saying like, hey, like this is my life. How can I feel more fulfilled here? What are some areas that I can maybe shift my perspective with a little bit as well? And instead of seeing this as a challenge to my fulfillment, seeing that as part of my fulfillment. So what do I mean by that? So going back to this whole travel example, right? So like, let's say like you can't just go and like take 3 weeks in Fiji because who's gonna be home helping your partner with the children, or can you board your dog for 3 weeks, and like does that sit well with you? But maybe you flex it, right? Maybe once or twice a month you do like a road trip, like a weekend road trip or a day trip somewhere, and you do something more local. Maybe you find free things to do, so you're not just like spending money. So there's a lot of flexibility in there that can still have you feel fulfilled by being able to do these things and having those new experiences, but then also isn't like not considering the needs of the people around you. I mean, if you're single, by all means, like go and do it. But otherwise, you do have to consider the people around you and how that's going to impact people. So, what are some things in your life that make you feel fulfilled, or that you want to increase a little bit, or maybe tweak so that you do feel more fulfillment? Let me know.